time, I think we could get started. My name is Todd Oklachaney, and I'm the City of Asheville Planning and Urban Design Director. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that we have Senzantle Language Justice Cooperative here tonight. If you're in need of a Spanish translation, a representative can kind of discuss how that can occur tonight.
Hola, muy buenas tardes a todos.
Hello, good evening everybody.
Como habían mencionado, nosotros somos los intérpretes de Senzantle, que estamos aquí para proveer los servicios a la interpretación al español con el equipo para tener una interpretación simultánea.
And as he just said, we are from Senzantle, Language Justice Club, and we're here to bring interpretation with simultaneous interpretation into Spanish with headphones.
Entonces, si ustedes necesitan la interpretación al español, refiéranse con nosotros allá al lado para que les podamos dar un equipo y podamos tener la interpretación simultánea.
So if you need interpretation into Spanish, we're going to be there on the table, so come to us and we'll give you the equipment.
Bueno, y queremos agradecer a la ciudad de Asheville por hacer un lugar inclusivo y poder tener interpretación al español. Gracias.
And we want to thank the City of Asheville for bringing us into the space and creating a bilingual space. Thank you.
So in September 2019, in case you haven't heard, there is a temporary one-year moratorium on new hotel development in the city. The reason for the hotel moratorium is to allow the city time to analyze and study the impacts of hotel development and to some extent tourism within the city. As part of that process, the city has contracted with Urban Land Institute, who's here tonight, as well as several volunteers that will be introduced shortly. And I just want to thank the volunteers that are here tonight and bring their expertise. This is a community listening session tonight. It's a kickoff. The next couple of months we'll be doing a lot more work before the end of the moratorium in September. Brief presentation tonight, and then we want to get straight into asking you all several questions at all your respective tables, and you'll have facilitators at each of those tables. And the only thing I ask, and I know you guys know this, is just be respectful and allow everyone at the table an opportunity really to speak and provide their input. With that being said, I'd like to introduce Teresa Salmon from Urban Land Institute.
Good evening. Like Todd said, I am Teresa Salmon. I'm an executive director with the Urban Land Institute. And it's awesome. I thought probably be helpful for everybody to understand who we are. We're established in 1936 for a global organization, independent and nonprofit research and education organization. And as you can see on the screen, the mission of the Urban Land Institute is to provide leadership in the responsible use of land and in creating and sustaining thriving communities worldwide. We have 44,000 members worldwide, and we do have a variety of people within the land use spectrum involved in the organization. And so we like to hear input, and that's what we're here to do, is listen to a variety of inputs to be able to say, here are some recommendations on potential land use questions, specifically regarding your land use policy around hotels. I'm going to take a moment and I'd like to introduce, this is a volunteer-led and run organization. We have some volunteers that have volunteered their time to be part of this process, and I'd like to have them take a short opportunity to introduce who they are. Keith McBain is our chair of our panel.
Thank you, Teresa. As Teresa mentioned, my name is Keith McMahon. I work for Moore Van Allen. I have a degree in landscape architecture from North Carolina State. Been working in the zoning and land use field for about 36 years. 24 of those years in the public sector, and the last 11 years in the private sector. Happy to be here, and hope to learn a lot about what's going on and see what we can help.
Thank you, Keith. My name is Randy Goddard. I'm a senior principal of Design Resource Group. I have over 30 years of experience in traffic and transportation, graduate civil engineering from the University of
I'm Jessica Rossi. I'm a senior planner and economist with Kinley Horn. I do real estate market analysis and economic development. I specialize in demographics, real estate, feasibility work, and demand analysis.
Hey everybody, my name is Amy Barrett, and I am an urban planner by academic training, but I've done a lot of different things over my career, including being a Peace Corps volunteer, a downtown development manager, affordable housing advocate. My current role is as a ULI Executive Director, ULI South Carolina. But the reason I'm here for this panel is that one of my fun jobs as an urban planner was working in the city planning department in Charleston, South Carolina, when we went through a very similar process with our hotel moratorium. So I'm excited to be here tonight. Thank you all for coming out. This is an important issue, and hopefully we'll certainly learn a lot and hopefully come back to you with some recommendations of how we move forward.
And we have one missing panelist. He's in Chicago, where I think they're expecting about, he said 20 inches of snow today or something like that. So while one of the big things we are doing is recording and listening today, so we'll clearly share a lot of all the input that we get with him, and he was able to participate in some of our stakeholder meetings that we had a little bit earlier. Do you want to introduce? Want me to? Okay. So it's Charlie Johnson. He's with Johnson Consulting. He's a tourism and hospitality consultant, and like I said, based in Chicago, but does business within the states. So throughout in a variety of similar sized cities as Asheville.
We will be back for our last.
Yes, we will be back for the next time we come to meet with you guys. All right, the process. What are we doing here? The panel was engaged by the city of Asheville, and again, because we come in as a non-biased group to be able to listen and then provide recommendations on land use, the panel has received a briefing book from the city of Asheville. We've also met with some stakeholders earlier today, really trying to understand the perspective from everybody as far as what is going on with this hotel moratorium. Yes?
Yes, who are those stakeholders you met with?
We can definitely provide, we will provide lists of who has been, who will be meeting, and actually in our final report, everybody, including all of you, will be included in the report as far as being able to provide additional input. And so this session is important for us to be able to listen to, again, your perspectives, and that's why we're breaking into the smaller tables. So I'll go into that here in a minute, but we want to be able to give that smaller group perspective input. Once we actually toured throughout the city to be able to see where some of your present, hotels are being developed, what's going on. We walked downtown, and then what's going to happen from here after we meet with you guys is we have a little bit of time tomorrow to go into a closed session and start digesting all the information you're throwing at us. It's a lot of information, a lot of input. Then on the 30th of this month, we will be coming back here to Asheville and providing some recommendations. And then following that will be a final written report provided by ULI. So from there, Keith, you want to talk?
So, as Teresa mentioned, the city of Asheville asked the panel to look at and provide some guidance on to them regarding what's going on in the city of Asheville with hotels. Since 2015, there's been about 1,300 hotel rooms built in the city of Asheville. There's about 2,700 approved. There's a lot of concerns that have been mounting over time regarding the impacts of that influx, represented by projects that are currently both under construction and in the pipeline. As Todd mentioned, in September of last year, the city enacted a one-year moratorium to give the city some time to look and study the issue. So that's what we're here to do, try to provide some input on that, so that the city and the city planning department and their elected officials can effectively respond and provide some level of certainty and ability for Asheville City Council and staff to evaluate hotel proposals. So it needs to look at new tools and policies and strategies that better regulate that assignment involved, asked the panel to look at 4 specific things. What's the appropriate balance of hotels in regards to in downtown to other uses? Should the city consider special requirements for hotel development in certain areas? And so what are they? And what should they be? How can the city work with hoteliers, and the tourism-related partners, the hospitality industry, and other stakeholders to reduce the negative impacts of hotels and better integrate the hotels into the community? And then lastly, how can Asheville leverage hotel development to get at other goals like affordable housing, public infrastructure, facilities, things driving, and then continue to have a thriving local community that's well planned and effort. At your table, there are 4 specific questions that we'll be asking you to look at and give us some input on. Just go over those real quickly. So what are some of the challenges of hotel development in Asheville? So what are the challenges that you're facing? Was there a specific hotel development proposal that triggered your concerns regarding hotel growth? What are the impacts of additional hotel growth? From your perspective, what would be a good solution to hotel growth in Asheville? And are there some positive elements of hotel growth that you would consider, or what are some positive elements of hotel growth? Those are the 4 questions we'll be discussing at the table. We are taking notes, and as Teresa said, that'll be part of the report coming back.
Okay, and from there, each of our panelists and then some of the city staff are going to be coming and meeting at your table, and we'll move forward and spend as much time as we can at the table. All right?
I just want to add one thing. With the briefing book that we mentioned, prepared by city staff, as well as the presentation tonight, and other materials involving the hotel moratorium, you go to the city's website. That's posted there right now. The website link is www.asheville.nc.gov/hotel moratorium. Or if you Google Asheville Planning and Urban Design Department and look under current projects, you can find information on the hotel moratorium, including the presentation and the briefing book on hotel impacts.
Okay.
We'll get started right with the roundtable groups. And one other announcement.
So the folks that are in the back, I'm sorry, if it's feasible for you to do, if like each of you could maybe like join a table. We do have another table set outside, but if it's possible that you could just kind of join an existing table, I think that would work out okay. Does that sound okay?
How much time?
45 minutes. Is everybody here?
And then Stephanie. Thoughts or ideas
Lacey Cross, I've been here since '96. I'm married to three generation person that brought me back here.
So I don't know if you want to share a little bit more. How are you? The whole city, yeah. I'm in India. Downtown, regardless of where the property is. ACT. Saturation from the nature.
She's a girl.
Yeah.
So what is your process?
So, let's go with one and then we'll do chat. So, just approach. Yeah.